I've been meaning to make this talk because at the time, it seemed very strange to me that Japan all of a sudden would close down its borders. You see, I'd scheduled to return in September, and prior to September 1st, I would just be able to jump on a plane and return to Japan. But as of September 1st, they did a complete national lockdown of Japan, meaning you need to have a special visa, which I do have, and get permission in order to return to Japan, which required me sending my passport into the consulate with a verification of my plane that then they would return back with a stamp in my passport saying yes, I've been verified, and yes, I can return to Japan. At the time, I was thinking, why are they going through all of this? And now, as the second wave, really, this is the second wave, uh, really kicks off, um, it's apparent why. Well, they anticipated, whether through computer modeling, through um, the numbers given in Florida and other places, that the second wave was coming. And the question is, for me, is obviously people knew, modelers knew, and obviously now looking at Japan, they reacted to this modeling. And what is the government and others not telling us? And more importantly, when you look at someone like Trump, who is acting now like it's completely fine, we've rounded the corner, and yada, 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 and you've got a country locking itself down in preparation of something massive. And are we at that beginning of something massive? Something to think about. How did Japan know? Now, interesting things about Japan is Japan has less than 1,800 deaths, like 1,600 deaths, something, 1,600, 800, 1,670 something deaths, right? So, and they didn't lock down internally at all. They did a recommendation that everyone should wear masks, and guess what? 99% of the population all wear masks. Now, how do I know that? Well, because when I left in December of 2019, arriving, in very early January, right before the coronavirus kicked off. So I saw Japan pre-corona, and I've arrived back in, Japan post-corona. And, every business has barricades up, the plastic barricades up. Everyone, for the most part, I would say about 99% of the population wears masks. Um, they have taken it seriously, and they have adapted their lifestyle for the new change, something that we have refused to do. And a result, we have had literally 200,000 more deaths, 200,000 more deaths. Or even if we would just have that, because we're more than just over twice the size of Japan. Japan has close to, um, I think 100, 200 and what do they have? 200. I can't remember now what they have. We have 340 million. They have about 120 million, right? So they're, yeah, slightly less than half. I mean, Korea only has 54 million. Japan has over 120 million in their population, and they're a good model to look at when it comes to Corona deaths and what they have done. And the 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 the, the least number of deaths in the world in one of the places. So it's pretty amazing that has happened. So few deaths. and they really don't do testing. They don't do contact testing. I think they do. The police actually do it. Like if someone comes up with it, they will automatically start doing contact tracing and figure out where you are. How do I know that? Because a CEO of a company basically had a girlfriend in Tokyo. He went to see her, got infected, came back to Fukui, where I live, and got sick. And they did an investigation, and it came out that he had a girlfriend. This is a married man, right? And people were very much, like disgusted at the fact that he went to see his girlfriend and brought back corona. They didn't really give a fuck that he had a girlfriend. It was the fact that he brought back coronavirus from seeing his girlfriend, It's like, what, you just couldn't stay out? The other thing is, like, all the salesmen who live in Fukui that are around the country, and again, my wife works for a Tokyo Stock Exchange company. The CEO told them, don't come home. You're going to stay there. Don't come home until we get, a handle on this. So companies have been very proactive in their response without any mandates because they know how serious this is. Something we could wake up to the fact. So going back to the original question, did Japan know? Is there computer modeling, which I know that such things exist, that forecasted this massive event? And actually, our professionals have been telling us for quite some time that expect it to resurge in the fall. Expect it to resurge in the fall. And here it is, resurging in the fall. Natsukaze, the summer wind, is upon us. It is blowing and changing everything. As I predicted on 9/19/2019, when number 19 gave me a 2x4 with Natsukaze written on it in kanji, prophesizing this big change, prophesizing the blowing down and changing of everything. Natsukaze, the coronavirus, is ushering in the fifth age by forcing us to change our medical, change our business models and ideas, and really change our education and everything else. We're forced to bring about change. So anyway, some things to think about. UnDaoDu.